everybody, I'm Laura Harris-Smith. Welcome to today's Daily Pin Code. We are talking about healing versus miracles. If you're starting here, you're going to have to back up and go watch yesterday's Pin Code, which we really in-depth looked at the word miracle in Scripture. It has a definite meaning of power and instantaneous power. It is an instant work, right? So go back and study what all of that means so that we can now move into describing what healing is. The reason that I felt like these were two different things, I saw in Scripture one day, 1 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10 and 1 Corinthians 12, 28 describe healing, performing gifts of healing as one gift and performing gifts of miracles as another. So that piqued my curiosity. I started this study, and sure enough, they are two different things. Now, this is where it really gets good. Okay, when you look at the verse, 1 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10, talking about gifts of healing, that is a different Greek word, obviously. It is a word pronounced iama, and it means a means of healing, a means of healing, remedy, medicine, a healing. It is from the Greek word iaomai, which means to cure or heal, to free from errors and sins, and to bring about one's salvation. That's actually the Greek word that's used in the verses I quoted earlier from 1 Corinthians 12, 9 and 10, and 1 Corinthians 12, 28, about to some he's given gifts of healing and gifts of miracles. So some are working the miracles, and some he's actually given gifts of remedies and medicinal cures, medicine. Now there's actually 9 Greek words for healing in the Scriptures in the New Testament, and there's 14 Hebrew words whenever you see the word healing or heal or healed in the Old Testament. So we just talked about one. Another one in the New Testament is the word kalos, and it actually means to be well, to recover, such as in Mark 16:18 when it says believers will lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. They shall kalos, which by definition means they're in recovery. One of the other of the 9 Greek words when you see the word healing in the New Testament is the word therapeo. You also see it as therapeia. Therapeo is like the root word, but therapia is a word that means a service rendered, specifically a medical service. It's where we get the word therapy. Okay, so you've got this word healing that when you study one of the 9 Greek words for it in the New Testament, every time you come up with something that indicates a by-process recovery, therapy, medicinal cure. Okay? That is why it is so important for you to understand the difference between a healing and a miracle, which, as we established earlier, is instant power. A healing does have an end. It is just by process of its very definition of the word, whereas a miracle is instant. This explains why Scripture differentiates between the two of them. When God is doling out gifts, spiritual gifts, He says some have gifts of miracles and others have gifts of healing. Well, in my own journey, I can tell you that I prayed and prayed and prayed for a miracle in my health, and instead I received a healing. I am still in the middle of that healing. I am in process, and I am on medicine. I am definitely in the middle of, as it says, a medical service. I'm under a doctor's care. I have gotten better and better and better. I still have a bad day occasionally, but guess what? I am healed. Have you ever heard like a person say that and you're like, oh, they're denying that they're sick. They say they're already healed. No, by the definition of the word, all it means is, hey, I'm in process. God's got it. I'm going to be well. That's all it means. Okay? And I hope that does not offend you. I hope it does not discourage you. I think it's going to encourage you. I think you're going to look at this and realize, okay, I've been praying for a miracle, but instead I got a healing. I hope you look at this and go, wow, I've been praying for a healing and I got it. I'm in process. Maybe we need to start praying more for miracles. But the truth is that God knows exactly what we need. I remember that I was at an altar one night with a woman from my church. She and I had the same exact malady, the same exact illness. We both prayed to be relieved of it. She got a miracle. I got a healing. She was never sick again with that. This was many years ago. I continued to. In fact, I got worse. However, I have a marriage that is incredible. It is a gift from God. She, on the other hand, really, really struggled in her marriage. And I mean, it was a continual process all the time. So, in a sense, I had to really look at the fact that, my marriage is miraculous. It just doesn't happen like that, instantly for some people the way that it has for Chris and for me. But in my health, I experienced a healing. She, on the other hand, got a miracle in her body, but is in process needing healing in her marriage. So I hope that you'll see through this. There is a difference in healing and miracles. I hope that you can sort of define where you are in that process and know better how to pray. We all want miracles, right? But God knows. Jesus knows. I mean, it says over and over again in Scripture, using that Greek word healed, that Jesus actually performed those. Think about the lepers that they came to him, the 10 lepers came, and he sent them away. They got healed as they went on their way. So he had the miracles where he touched somebody and they'd be made well from that very hour. Let it be done according to your faith. And then there were some that he healed. They went on their way, on their journey, and they were healed. If that's where you are, you're not behind schedule. You're right on track. Don't be discouraged. Thank God for your healing. Because you know what? You're in the middle of it. You're in the middle of a miracle. All right, I'm Laura Harris-Smith. I can't wait to continue studying the rest of this with you in the coming days. I hope that you will remember 1 Corinthians 14:31 and 39, which says, "For you can all prophesy in turn, so that all may be instructed and encouraged. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, be eager to prophesy."